Granny used to tell me all the time, sparks when faith and preparation combine. The road been right here all this time, but you gotta look with more than your eyes. And small axe Jesse Ryle representing for I Just Star Mindset, rich forever.
Rastafari. Talk to me, Bobo and burn a bright gleam in the light. Buckling for the right we cannot fail. Although God of fall here was when we call. Help us one and all by thy grace. When the battle is done and the victory won, baby we are come before thy face. Round them soldier rally round the banner. When the steady pass the word along. Onward, forward, shout louder than kings of kings and lords of lords and conquering lion of tribe of Judah, the captain of the mighty tribe. Lead on, King Eternal, Selassie. Rastafari. Jump down against the walls of Babylon. Selassie, Rastafari. And I leave my tracks in Niyahbingi downtown. Cut and kill and rent and tear the walls of Babylon. I'm the righteous and dead to wicked. Dead to Jah. Rastafari. Do you see the evil captive kneeling and mourning noon and night free? In his grave I remember Zion. Going exile far away. Are you robbed or open toward Jerusalem? So what captive here and if while we stay? While the coming of Rastafari in his glory. Are you watching in the light day by day? Are you watching in the light day by day? Do not fear to try the fiery furnace. I'll sing the lion then the shear. For the God of Daniel will deliver. He will send his angels, the mighty God, Selassie. Rastafari. Set your faces toward the hills of Zion. Then the ways of a coming king, Selassie. Rastafari. Hear him mighty, hear him strong, the Lord of hosts his name. Selassie. Rastafari. Bells ringing, for I say in my soul, and only I say singing, the Rastafari I adore, and only
Blessed love. Pleasant good evening. Warm welcome mindset program. I just am your host. And I want to greet the item in the divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie the First, Empress Menin the First. Warm welcome in those beautiful and divine name. One more day above ground, beautiful viewers and subscribers. And yes, it's great. It's great to be here, and it's great to have the item on board. Zane. Today we are look on a topic. Zane, Niyahbingi and reggae. But really is reggae Rastaman spiritual music. And we have today a special guest, Zane, first on the platform, an honorable priest, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. He's an honorable priest of the Ethiopian Africa Black International Congress, and it's great to have a virgin like the honorable priest Kumi on the mindset program. Blessed love, my Lord.
Oh, His Majesty, do give thanks to the giving of thanks, do give thanks, for the warm welcome, do give thanks, to be on the man platform and program at this moment. More love, more life to all the ones in righteousness and black supremacy. No, do give thanks, my Lord.
Yes, honorable priest. Yeah, man, warm welcome. Great honor. and a pleasure to have the eye here. So just give us a little background. The idea is an honorable priest from out of Trinidad and Tobago. Before we get into the topic, just give you a little background knowledge of the eye, or the eye became, a Bobo priest and so on. What draw you towards Bobo Shanti, knowing that Rastafari is a huge thing. It's not just Bobo Shanti. There's Niyahbingi, there's 12 tribe. But what attracted the eye towards Bobo Shanti?
Yes, my Lord, do give thanks again for the giving of thanks, and I shall boast in the Lord all our day long, so we always give thanks, for the giving of thanks. Give thanks for these precious moments of reasoning. Give thanks that we could come on the table with an empty cup. At least if we could leave with a full cup of half, we do give thanks, for all wisdom, knowledge and understanding, gain, learn, and also shared, Well, I'm treading under Rastafari liberty, really and truly as a angel about 40-something years now under Rastafari liberty. And from them time, under my moment that I could remembrance from them time day of my trodden Rastafari, I man is a man really and truly used to go a college, and it was a college in them days, university. I man is a man really, but and is man, was ordained from the womb, Rastafari is not no drawing, Rastafari is an inborn concept, Rastafari is just the memory, where they take from I and embedded them old ways and them wrong teachment in I where we did lost, So from going to school, I always had a realms of God in I and had the full knowledge and the understanding of Rastafari within them trodden earth, So, like remember in August time now, my brother before me, my elder brother, because my mother only make man children, 7 man, our sisters, but by father, not by mother. And my elder brother, remember in the August time come wrong, and he and my next brethren, my homie, this is a brethren living in New York some years also. Remember in the ratcheting up the head, putting ratchet and cooling up and see the deal with Rastafari thing, So, when me asking my bigger brother, where I go, and he say, well, right now they're trying it out for a year, young, everybody young in the thing,
Yeah.
So, yeah, everybody young in the thing, so them time too now, I still go college and thing, and, so when my big brother tell me he and my brethren, which is my neighbor, trying it out for a year and thing, well, it's August time, how younger brother ride below big brother dash roll, So, when my big brother, go on that journey now, under loving God and loving consciousness now, that make a more enlightenment time, man, coming on to Rastafari. So for the August period now, me go follow my brother them and thing, but when time for school to open up, you have to make up your mind if it's a Rasta thing or if it's, it has go.
Mm-hmm.
So, seeking Rastafari from that early time, man end up doing so and hot, daddy go come and course and well, I live up really without mother and father. From 12 years, my mother was traveling. We come from a matrimonial home. All my brothers and all of us, my mother and father married and have us and things. But, they did separate in them time, what I am speaking about, growing up. And my mother wasn't foreign. I was in Trinidad. My father was living in Trinidad also, but not exact presently where I was living, because that was our grandfather and grandmother house on mother's side where we was dwelling. And my father was from a local area lower down they call Victor. So my father wasn't far from us, but he was not naturally exactly living with us. So, within the August, me still take my moment and try the Rasta thing, and, people go call mommy and tell daddy, the thing go, and daddy go come and course, and, man end up doing so, and like cut off that full dread, that young age still, and go back to college, and Rastafari touch I man in a certain way that the next year I man so me not deal with no college thing and all of that, look a Babylon thing, and I man start to trod Rastafari from them time then, and start to grow and building Rastafari from them time there. So let me say between from 14 years going into 15 when I try my thing, and then when I go back to school and like the Christmas and January and opening school, we bonfire in school and just start to seek Rastafari and live Rastafari, Them days, mommy in foreign go tell if you and cut your hair, then I send nothing for you and thing, I really Rastaman do bow to them thing, And it's that's how I man start my journey in Rastafari, my Lord, at a young and tender age, Yet I man still young and tender because, all I and I babes and suckling in the sight of the Lord still,
So at that time, what was the eye overstanding of the movement itself? Was it just a tryout thing, the eye tryout the thing, or the eye sight up Haile Selassie as God and King?
Yeah, well, as I tell you, when you start to seek Rastafari now, you ask a good question. When you start to seek Rastafari, the first step you that seek within Rastafari is getting a consciousness of yourself, which is a consciousness of what Rastafari defend, what Rastafari is about, and what you is about. Right?
See it.
Rastafari is a stage like a child. You just grasp and build and balance on earth, It's basic, it's a basic. It ain't just so, it's a basic. True to the fact now, remember, it's an inborn concept and a memory in I and I. But when you start to live the truth, not like how Babylon write down the truth in black and white and they don't live it. Rastafari is the living the truth. So that's the difference. Babylon put on truth in black and white, but they don't live that. But they do that to control you. I live the truth. So when you start to seek Rastafari, what has gone is a building. Like a child now born is suck milk. Stages. Everything in life is stages. Right? That's why we reach respect, we reach even today. Right? So when you start to seek Rastafari, where that seek is the culture, the consciousness, and the understanding of Rastafari. And then now you just grow to understanding self and start to seek the understanding of God in a more fullness in yourself, because you understand where you're there, you understand where you're defending now, and you understand where you're for. So within them tradition now, like I was talking to my four brethren, like who was Rasta like, 2-3 years or what before we used to call them from a place called Africa, a little lower down by me. And he telling me last night, he says, Jack Kumi, I'm always mad with the item who come after me. The item come like the elders, because to the seriousness we all cry Rastafari and how all take Rastafari, we never cried. So, So I am telling you this to let you know, we did take Rastafari now on a different level. These days, which we're talking about under Rastafari really didn't have the concept in that kind of way strong with. In Trinidad, I could talk for like 12 tribe wasn't in Trinidad. I see and I know when Trinidad, 12 tribe rise up in Trinidad, Now, in Trinidad, and most of the rest of the place, seeking and getting the understanding as Rastafari, all Rastafari used to trod as Niyahbingi. That is before 12 tribe and all of that. All Rastafari used to trod as Niyahbingi. If you is not a Niyahbingi them time, you come like you is a bad boy Rasta or a rude boy Rasta. But all Rastafari who trod in under Rastafari, everybody used to trod as a one trod. Right? All Rasta used to trod as a one trod. But these is the days, as I'm telling you, is the killing of Rastafari in the Caribbean region with the memory come back and the establishment come back. It had one or two ancient Rastaman, but let me say, like in we days growing up, you go see a Martha Lax, but a madman by the roadside. You know? And the real Rastaman and them who conscious, this is the man you didn't see much, them is man go be in the mountain planting food and all these kind of thing, you know? So the youths now who bring out the revolution movements now, which is like to the public, we come in the open, like I and I who bear this corn, you know, things where I go through as Rasta, and we know we paved the way for man who might a nice girl now and who might could talk all kind of thing as with Rasta and do all kind of thing. You know, I and the forerunners before I and I is the ones who really paved the way, because we was the one, you know, them time Rasta is not accepted. Alright, I had my early days, could tell you, like as a Bobo in Trinidad, when we now started trod Bobo, we used to have maxi stopping, stretching out we on the side of the road and passing we because we in robe and turban, you know? Few control drive by God, then it had the whole heap of Babylonian people, them now was stop for Rasta, seeing you in robe and turban, them ain't know what I go on. So, we's the one who paved the way and go through all these things for Rastafari. So I man end up from them time seeking Rastafari, but the understanding that I and I had and make the difference, as well I tell it as my brethren even foreign tell me last night. We did not just seek Rastafari like the forerunners before I and I started to seek God. And I started want to get the full understanding of God where Rastafari is concerned. So we develop it on a different level to even the brethren and the elders before we will get that foundation from them. To get back the memory of yourself, you know? Or Rastafari is really just an inborn concept with, you know, getting back yourself and knowing yourself and seeing yourself and just connecting with yourself, and from there it grow, you know? So, I and I now is the ones who really they take the moment now, not to be just on the Rasta thing and the Congo thing and feel Rasta is just eating idol and no salt and bonfire. No, I and I is the ones who start to see God. And from seeking and getting the understanding of God, the Godhead, written blending with Rastafari, where and I defending with now, this is where now I man have an elder brethren named Culture, you know. Well, I man now going in 60, you know, I young, my brethren who Culture I talking about used to rally with, he's 70 something all now. But me and he used to rally because I was an old fireman, and he was so much a fire, and he and anybody could not rally with he. So I was the only man who worthy to rally with him because I is a fireman too. So me and this brethren used to trod. We start to read the Bible, not as no Bobo Shanti. We talking, trodding as Rasta, Niyahbingi, billing and learning. We start to read the Bible. We read number 6 before it's Bobo Shanti. I read number 6 and understand no fine food. As Rasta in them days, Rasta didn't used to use like much flour and Babylonian thing. You dig? So we did done grounded that by even reading number 6 now we look of fine food, and this is the understanding now I come from where I end up because I really start to take Rastafari on a level of understanding God. Not just a lax on your head. Because a lax on your head is not Rastafari. It's just an identity of Rastafari. But Rastafari is a tradition. Rastafari is a liberty. Rastafari is an order. And it is not no order like how people that talk it. Rastafari is the foundation, liberty upon earth that man and woman used to live in righteousness of salvation, four ends of earth, who is of God. So when you're taking Rastafari now, you have to understand you're talking foundation of earth. And foundation of earth is Africa you're talking about. So we have to know Rastafari and nothing to do with no Jamaica, Islam and Caribbean. You're not Rasta. Rastafari is the man who come from Zion with the banner in his hand. Rastafari is the man who come with the foundation, teaching and liberty we ordain from God, by God, for man and woman to live. That's what is Rastafari. So on them level now, you know, it end up landing a man seeking knowledge with other brethren, gatherings. See 12 tribe rise up, know about 12 tribe. See brethren who was Bingi, you know, who turned to 12 tribe. I see brethren who cut their locks and say their head cold, because these days Rastafari, if you have your nice woman and you really want to live Rastafari and the parents don't want them to you either cut your locks and you say cold or stand up or bow out. So it was, you know. Because remember, parents, all these people, them were a whole heap of fool, they know the daughter with no Rastafari, and a whole heap of them skills, them as so earth was running, you know. So, so earth was running, you know.
So, all right, from Honorable Priest, I pray thee, maybe ask the eye this before the eye carry on. See, because the eye talk about reading the Bible in those early coming up in the eye trad. See, and we are talking about over 40 odd years now, right?
True.
All right. Where the notion or where the saying then come from? Because the eye was trad in Niyahbingi at the time. Zane, where the notion came from, or the saying that man burn Bible and all of them thing there, you know, as Bingi no deal with Bible, Niyahbingi no deal with Bible and these things. Where that come from? Where did that came from?
Thank you. Now, as I explaining you, and real people doesn't understand, the coming of Rastafari, gaining the knowledge of Rastafari, it had a stage in Rastafari where they call a development stage. And the development stage now, that is when certain ones who grasp and balance with whatever understanding the whole now, from where it come from now, start to bring in other thing now. So this is what I was telling you now. The foundation of Rasta, all Rasta used to trod as Bingi. That is true to the memory we get, that is true to the culture we get, and that is for the understanding where we start from. Everything must have a starting point.
Sure.
You know? So the understanding of Rastafari coming back to I and I, this was the knowledge that was out there from elder or forerunners Rastafari. They did hand down to whoever come as Rastafari, and the message they go pass on. So these was cultures from elders and people now who grow and understand themselves and stand balanced within Rastafari, start to now see more understanding in the self, and some people just take it on a level and they stay there. So the people and them now who start to take Rastafari and understanding the Godhead in Rastafari and seeking the true identity with Rastafari could identify themselves with the Godhead and fitting in with prophecy, is the people and them who seek and move on and do other things. And then it have the set of the foundation man and sister in them who just come with where we learn Rastafari from, and they stay right there. So when you get that experience or you want develop or you want see where that people see, you will bonfire on certain thing because you not see that so. You just stick right there where you did come and hear and know and you say that is the thing and you settle for that. But everybody is not so.
See.
There are people that go deep, seek, and want to get a greater understanding. The main purpose of that is for future generation and nation building. So this doctrine coming from the set of elders who never developed further with Rastafari knowledge and understanding and wisdom is concerned, and they stick right there. So now they start to come and say, Rasta not deal with no Bible, and Rasta not deal with this, and Rasta not deal with that. So these...
But wouldn't those elders would have come across from a longer time where His Majesty say boy him glorify in the Bible, Zane, and one should read the Bible and thing like that. I would assume that them Rasta they would have, them elders they would have come across that from probably early still. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, Zane saying that, I personally don't think His Majesty was referring to the King James version of the Bible. Zane, I don't think he was referring to that still. I think him talk about the version where them have in Ethiopia, where him say is one of the oldest version we the Ethiopian have. So I just want to say that still.
All right, well, to add on what you're saying there, right?
Yes, sir.
His Majesty was not talking about the Ethiopian version because he had on that what you now say. He said we in Ethiopia may have one of the oldest version of the Bible. Mm-hmm. But don't matter what language, boundary, century of time that the Bible is translated into what language, His Majesty said the truth remain one and the same.
Same. But in Ethiopia, His Majesty is the defender of the Ethiopian Orthodox faith. Zain and him are the man who say boy the geese that the Bible or the priest them read the Bible from should translate into Amharic. Zain. So His Majesty saying that. His Majesty saying that, and when you look upon the Amharic translation is about 88 books, about 88 books, which the King James version is still limited down to 66 books. And we know reading any book today, you did have to go start from the beginning, and if no page tear out of the book, you ain't gonna get the fullness of the book, cause you did go miss something in the book said where, cause some page tear out of the original book where you are reading. I wonder if you get the point what I try to make.
Yes, my lord. But you have to remember, everything start with and come from God. There's nothing new under the sun. What people feel new is not new. It's just people now coming back to self-awareness and self-consciousness of yourself, you know? But there is nothing new. All wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is of God and from God. And it is done set and established from foundation of earth and man and woman treading upon earth. All this whole misconcept and all of these things coming from where there was no asking how the elders them some used to say born Bible and all them thing. All these misconcepts coming by seeking and understanding self and Rastafari. Growing. These things coming by growing from knowledge to one in the personal self, starting to bring Rastafari with family. All these things coming with growing. That's why it come now and it end up adding 12 tribe. Then it come and it have Bobo Shanti. His Majesty always trod and lead the cornerstone. When he trod here before Jamaica, he lead the cornerstone here, the Orthodox church down there up to this time, you know. So it always have growing and knowledge always increasing. So true knowledge is increasing. That's how some people might adapt to the right knowledge or approach it the right way, and some people either do not adopt it or approach it the wrong way. So the understanding they may come up with in the self, they hold on with that. They're not free and open-minded and open-hearted that to even look at something else, and it come now and start to get different concepts, different ideologies, and all kind of different thing in the thing. So I was explaining our brethren, me and some Niyahbingi brethren and other brethren, we reasoning at that time. So I am telling them, they bring politics in Rastafari, and Rastafari never had politics in it. So he said, it's true, priest Kumi, but we could still put aside with differences and work as one. I said, well, that is what is the politics. You see the exact words you now use? Is the differences, is the politics in Rastafari. People who will understand what they're saying will understand what is the politics in Rastafari. But the politics in Rastafari is the difference. And it's that way how we is up to today.
Saying.
So we had a conversation. I tell them, unless your heart is open, sincerely, truthfully seeking truth, to come to a table to gain wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, so you have to come. If you come with your heart pumped where you have and you defending where you want, nobody moving here, knowledge wouldn't build. Things for future generation wouldn't gain the nation building, wouldn't come out of them kind of process if you deal with it so. Because your heart was not right from the start. Your heart had to be a right to get things right. You have to do things right to get things right. So the politics in Rastafari, when people might be talking and saying it of politics in Rastafari, they do not understand what is the politics. Well, the politics is the differences, my lad. That's how they bring politics in Rastafari.
See it. All right, far right. Yeah, cause we don't want the, we kind of wouldn't say we go off track still, cause when we did ask the eye officially was, you know, how the eye come up into
come to Bobo.
Yeah, so you know if the eye could have got there, so you know how the eye sight up.
Yes,
Prince Emmanuel.
Yes, my lord. Well, as treading under Rastafari now, I really come to Bobo in the fullness, you know. As I tell you, I'm done keeping my Sabbath and eating no vine food and thing. And then now I have our ancient brethren within them times, like I was explaining, he and that Bobo, you know, so that make me start to kind of grasp to get the understanding what Bobo I deal with, you know, and to get the Bobo culture. Then I have a brethren, you know, start to come home by me, you know, who was struggling with the first set of brethren who rise up in Trinidad in 81. And, you know, from there he started to give me some culture. And through most of the things I was done doing is like Bobo, no vine food, keeping Sabbath. I was doing all these things with no turban, with no Bobo. And I man no Jashi P.A. voice, you know. Jah sheep that hear his voice and take heed to his calling, you know. So by seeking and getting these understanding from the brethren now, who is Bobo, trying to understand what is Bobo, I man just know this is my thing, you know. You know, so it really not like was a domestic thing. It's just a easy 1-2 thing, you know. Once you know what is your thing and how you set yourself, you know, well, look if you could connect with it or not, you know. So seeking Rastafari, meeting them brethren, them now on a Bobo trod, getting the knowledge of Bobo, and even start to get the pre-Shumba culture in me. That is where I end up with what I end up here today, my lord.
My lord. My lord. Yes, I. And when did I now make your first visit to the Bobo Hill in Jamaica?
From the 23rd of July 1985, I am living in here.
1985.
True Majesty.
There I leave from Trinidad and I live in Jamaica.
Yes, Majesty.
Talk to me a little about that experience there. Because the man must have met Prince Emmanuel, you know, if you're living in the camp from 85.
Well, the whole camp was Prince Emmanuel them days, you know. Them days me I tell you about in Bobo Hill, you know, them is the glory days, you know, them is the days where Bobo was up high, you know. High. Mighty salvation soldiers, enough young man and enough young woman from all different parts of the world on the foundation them time, all over different parts of the Caribbean. But one thing, from you go Bobo Hill and you enter Bobo Gate, you can't know that we may tell you because everybody was one, you know. Everybody was one, you know. Them days I talking about in 85, my lord, you know. It had times where the trod go through and the trod from them time, you know, back a wall and all that, you know. But these days now, these are the days when the foundation more establishing in an international part, real international. So them is the days I'm telling you, strong contingents of brethren and sisters from all over the world was there, you know. So them days was some glory days that all you could do is walk with him with them precious memories. And my lord, them days was some glory days, my lord. You know, who feels it knows it, you know. If I had to talk and start to go in talk, my lord, there's too much I talk. So I just want to put it in a nutshell for you, my lord. Man. You see them, Anna?
Yeah, yes, I got you, man.
You see them days, my lord, with Bobo Shanti did concern, with Bobo Shanti liberty did concern, my lord, is nothing like young angels, where young angels who come after them time, behold. Plenty angels and really behold them glory and reach them 7 heavens levels like I and I was in them time, you know. I and I was dealing with throne room liberty, throne room culture and the fullness of Bobo Shanti to the heights of the 7 heavens of the throne room, you know. Them days was those kind of days, my lord, you know. Those days was special, glorious saints round the Most High, you know. Everyone, you know, special, peculiar, you know. So to say it in a nutshell, my lord, them days was the fullness of the liberty of Bobo Shanti, the fullness with Jack creator a realms where he wanted it to reach then. That was in I and I time, you know, them full time that Jah saying I and I time salvation rise, you know, because mighty man and woman of God is in the camp, you know. So that was them kind of times, my lord, just the fullness, Bobo Shanti living in the perfection. Well, that was them kind of time, my lord.
Rastafari. And what position did I hold in the Congress as a priest?
Well, when I'm now coming them days, I used to work in the kitchen staff, you know. And now in yard you always see Jah, you know, because Jah always coming on the veranda and rock and thing, you know. It ain't like we man feel like man I used to see Jah and thing. Man always see Jah, my lad. You know? Jah always come on the veranda rock, give his speech when he ready, and everything. But now, when you're walking by the kitchen now, the Honorable King Emmanuel himself used to bless the kitchen staff every Friday afternoon before the Sabbath. So when the kitchen staff done prepare, minister to Israel, seal off the kitchen, the whole kitchen staff used to go wrong by Jah. And Jah used to bless the kitchen staff every Friday evening, you know. So I man was in the kitchen, and that is my first blessings wrong the God was from the kitchen staff a Friday evening, go wrong by the God and go for we blessings and thing, you know. But otherwise to that, you always see Jah. Because them time as I tell you that Bobo Shanti liberty is to the highest. Jah always on the veranda rocking. The only thing was the greatest mystery for we with that one. You could watch Jah rock. You could see Jah. But a man never used to see Jah when he moving, you know. You can't get that time in to see Jah when he disappeared here, you know. That used to be joy for me, mainly a man who holding the ease man and thing, you know. Yeah. Yeah, man, but Jah always used to be there about that man, always used to be seeing Jah, my lord.
Yes, I. Yes, Bobo. Seeing, so there I was a kitchen staff. Yeah.
True.
Yes, I. Give thanks. Give thanks to the food of 7, you know. Yes, Bobo. All right, my lad. So, the I been a leading priest for number of years now. All right. There's a anyway. Before I go even there, sir. Recent or current, Zane. Let me just speed it up a bit. We see the recent things that is taking place at the hill now. The I live at Bobo Hill for since 85, Zane, and I guess there I spent a number of years there, Zane. What do you make of what is happening now, like recent things that we see transpire, condolence to, Honorable Empress Sharon. Seeing, we don't know what happened to Priest Headley. Seeing, as someone who lived there when, as you say, it was in its height and its peak, what do you make of what is happening now?
Well, my lord, to be truthful, the report we hear for the past 2 months or so come out of yard. It hurt plenty people and leave plenty people with pain in the heart, Knowing a man or a woman, set aside his life and himself apart to go on a godly pathway, to know that this kind of wickedness, could come up onto the elders who make this kind of sacrifice with the life, and the strength unto God, It is not a nice thing, but we have to understand it and try and talk within the realms of understanding of what we're dealing with. And, we can use or say things where we have no evidence or understanding of. So from understanding going on, what is going on in Bull Bay presently right now, my lord, there are plenty things going on there based on the norms. There are plenty things were going on there where cause will go on. And It ain't just to say Bobo or people with turban to say like cause it alone. No. It a plenty more thing than that. Because when Jah was there, all the elements was there. It's not new. The elements was there. But true, once your ways please the Lord, even your enemy have to be and shall be at peace with you. This is what in we time have to what it don't have in this time. So what is crawling in and what is creeping in the camp is really since Jamaica move. Things start to step in on we. So the fence where we had wrong with, not the parameter fence, the fence of Christ, it start to break down. And when the fence where Christ had wrong us break down, your parameter fence in no purpose. So from Jamaica move, it a certain thing start to occur. We just be talking thing and people just forget. That's why we keep this Sabbath, because people just forget fast. That our brethren get disappear over 20 years now and we never see or hear nothing about him, you know. Bobo Earl, Kitty Earl. You know?
Rasta.
And this is what I'm telling you now. These things start to happen when Jamaica move. It have people now start to come in the camp when Jamaica move on the camp where they could not come in the camp or on the camp how they come when Jah was there. Then it have people who never understand the fullness of the man and they come like they start to go on like Jamaican. And the man tell everybody, every single one of us, he's not no Jamaican. And he not no Jamaican thing going up in Belvedere. It's an Ethiopian Congress. Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress, it's up there. And it have people who never understand the man. When the man make him move, feel they could do it. And 28 years now we talking, the way we talking about today, what reaching in camp, they never could have do what the man do. Because it proved to the time span since the man sojourn on in Africa what they are deal with up to this day. They could not do what the man do. And some of these people call for new ruling. We have protocol how we just deal with things. But we have a governmental protocol dealing with things, who they throw out, who they lift out, who they pelt out, who they don't want, and who they fed up ruling. And when they get it in their hand, they can't do nothing with it. All they do, they bring it down to shame. They bring it down to shame. Well, these is people who is Jamaicans, not Bobo Shanti, not Rastafari. Rastaman, Rasta woman could never be no Trinidadian and Jamaican. So these things now start to come in on we, peace, fence keep breaking down. Not the parameter fence, you know, the fence of Christ are talking about. It keep breaking down. And things coming in on we and taking root and taking hold until it reach where it reach with us today. So what is happening in Yard, it is not like where it reached today. It's something from long time since Jamaica move. This is where it step up to. Brethren, there is thief in current in Yard, you know. That could not be in King Emmanuel camp, you know, brethren. Do you know that honorable prophet I judge, sir?
Yes, what do you mean thief in current?
Thief in current, illegal thief in current.
See?
Them thing could not happen in Jack Camp. Since we never see no bad boy lineman in the gatehouse and Bubu gain them money. We don't know about them things. We don't know about them things. Bubu is a man who lie on block and street corners and them things. We always was separate from these people. But since Jamaica move and these people who is Jamaicans and not Bobo Shanti now,
So
they start to call for Anna?
who is a Bobo? What is a Bobo, Shanti? Who is a Bobo and what is a Bobo?
Thank you. A Bobo is a man and a woman of God, the original saints of God. Christ, of Christ. A Bobo Shanti is the disciple of Christ. Marcus, Emmanuel, and Selassie represent as Godhead. But a Bobo Shanti is a disciple of Christ. A Bobo Shanti man and woman is a disciple of Christ. And a Bobo Shanti man and woman live the principle, not just wrap up the head. Without principle, that wrap up head ain't saying nothing. So that is what is a Bobo, my lord.
So Bobo no mean black sons, black child. Bobo no mean that, my lad.
The meaning of Bobo Shanti word you asking, or you want to know what is Bobo Shanti liberty is the question you ask me.
No, I ask you who is a Bobo and
What is a
Bobo
Bobo?
Shanti? Yeah.
Right. Well, after I answer you tell me if the meaning of Bobo Shanti mean black man. Why you say black man, Majesty?
Black child.
Black child, right? Within the same realms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, my lad. So, me think said the I would have carry on still, but all right. So this is what more have to ask the I know. Seeing so based on what we see is happening now, Zane, and like the recent things them that took place over the last month or odd now. Is it a fair thing to say like some of the reggae artists them who identify themselves as being Bobo Shanti, Zane, is it a fair thing to say why them should be more speaking up and using their platform for even get I don't know, try to get something going, use the platform or even say something for kind of put some urgency into getting justice. Is it a fair thing, for one's just like for one to single them out?
Well, to be truthful, now, if a man, let me say in the realms of who we speaking about, the brethren and them, who is saying Holy Manuel I, who is going on stage, who is singing reggae, and all these kind of things, say them a Bobo. My lad, if you say you are something, that means you are part of it. And if you are part of it, that means you have a duty to fulfill for it or with it.
True.
So, what I am saying is this. If you have your family and you going all about and telling people, this is my family, and then now your family calling on you and you're neglecting them, the same people who you telling them this is your family, them seeing you neglecting the same people you're calling your family, what that could be to me look like?
I don't know. Hypocrisy.
Or betrayal. One out of the two.
True.
Is one out of the two. So, it's understanding what praise God. Now, the strong that's helped the weak that we could all sit in the same seat. That is how God has deal. God has deal with something we call a level playing field. God don't deal with no partiality. God has deal with a level playing field. Rastafari is the only fair paymaster it have in the earth, because he's the only man pay a man or a woman once they work for the day a fair wage of a penny a day. Nobody can come and get more than that, or more than you, or less than you. Jah don't pay people like how Babylon pay people if you have doctorate and master degree, and if you're a lawyer, and if you're a manager, and the people doing all the slave and the thing to make it up, you watch them like do it. God don't deal so. God is the only Rastafari, the only fair pay master. He pay everybody a penny a day. And if the brethren and them who claim, as you say, and who look, as you say, like us, if it is in their powers that they could do something about it, it is only right for them to do something about it. Because it is in the powers. They have the strength then that they could do something about it, or strengthen some cause with the family to what going on. But let me come to the reality I too. It's long time it going on, so it is not new now. So this will really make no difference. Is where a man heart rests. My Lord.
My Lord. Yeah. Yeah, so I hear what the ayah say now. See? I hear what the ayah say loud and clear. It no look, yeah, it no look good, you know, cause people out there will be looking at and saying, boy, it look like is a betrayal, or, you know, some type of hypocrisy, you know, I go on. You know what I
It
mean?
go come like this, Jai, that's that. You're stealing and robbing in the name of the Lord, and you're playing the game in the same name, or it's betrayal. It can't be nothing else. It's what it is. Let me hear what it is then.
Stealing and robbing in the name of the Lord.
Yes, and they're playing the game in the same name.
Honorable family, I'm here, and you know, I'm here reasoning with Honorable Priest from the Ethiopian Africa Black International Congress, Honorable Priest Kumi Zain, and you know, we're reasoning on, you know, what is Rastaman spiritual music? Is it Niyahbingi or is it reggae? Zain, that is what we really reasoning on, and you know, I kind of wait until it reached the hour mark, so we have an hour for really deal with this particular topic. You understand? So if the item could please push the like button. It's important that the item push the like button. You see me I say? We need YouTube to push around the video and promote it and so on. You understand? So if the item could kindly push the like button, would I really appreciate of that. See? Because yeah, it's necessary. Alright, so give thanks again. Yes, Honorable Priest, great honor and pleasure for you have the eye here upon the platform, you know. Zane. All right.
His Majesty.
Hear the thing now, because over the years, there's a saying that Bobo born reggae. You see, and King Emmanuel never in no reggae and all of these type of things. We hear these type of reasoning all the time. Zane. So my question is now, if say all right, born reggae then. If that is the saying, if that is true, where a man say boy born reggae, Zane, and them not in nothing with no reggae. As Bobo Shanti, as how I explained it a while ago, what is a Bobo Shanti and who is a Bobo Shanti? Zane, if I want then say them not in nothing with reggae, should I and I then really looking towards the virgin them who are deal with reggae for really say boy we need a strength from them virgin?
No, this directional reasoning, Honorable Ijasta, really come from since Honorable Mutaburaka did interview a priest and all these kinds of things, right? With the reggae artists and Muta say, well, he got to ask certain brethren we see that we always wearing turban and calling Holy Emmanuel name, how they not say nothing, you know, and things, but
no, I now come from the angle there with it, you know. Me I come from the angle where me see from their videos and before even that video there, me always hear born reggae when I not with no reggae. Cause I personally I can tell I one when I come to this order, Zane and the priest who did a culture I and a bill I, Zane as a prophet. We never did a deal with no reggae. The man never in a not with no reggae. We couldn't we couldn't play the only time we play reggae I when the man in a dead. You understand? And then we just Lego the reggae all together. We just Lego the reggae all together. All of them tape and cassette and CD and whatever, we just Lego them. You see me I say? So
yes,
is more the salvation order, the in book and Bible and them thing that we that deal with, you know, how to keep with Sabbath and thing, fasting and praying.
Hey.
So, you know, we grew up under the vibe there, but it was more the vibe that Niyahbingi was the first thing that are the music where we listen, that are with spiritual music. My Lord.
Now, beloved Honorable Prophet Jeff, you ask me if you find I should call up on these members and them for strength towards what is going on the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes, sir.
You ask if it is right then. Mm-hmm. If it is right.
Yes.
Right. Well, let me put your reasoning in a context of understanding. If a man say he is a member of something, remember, no one can tell you have to be a member. That is what you claim. You claim that you are a member of something. You dress like the thing where you say you is a member as. You use word song and even Godhead healing like the thing you say you is a member of. Right? If anything happen to something which you as a member of your interest in your own personal self supposed to lie there. Not with nobody calling upon you, or nobody find you should do this. That is an interest you should still have in your natural self if you is a member of it. So there goes the question, are they member or not?
I don't know. I don't
There
know.
goes the question, are they members or not?
I don't know. Yeah. I personally I don't know still. You know what I mean? But all right. This is the thing now, my lad. Zane. Because as me say, you know, we hear them sound there from time, you know, growing up and thing. So the reasoning now is reggae music, the Rastaman music, or does reggae have anything to do with Rastafari?
Thank you. Give thanks again, Honorable Prophet Jeff. Firehouse I just star. More love, more life, you know.
My lord.
It's a good question. Give thanks, you know. And that is because in most of the things we're going on today. And the confusion and the misconception, you know, with Rastafari liberty, Rastafari order, and Rastafari music. And reggae causing plenty problem with it. The reason why reggae is causing plenty problem with it, the people and them who bring in reggae, who bring in Rastafari business in reggae, teach the people them the wrong thing. And that is where the misconception going on up to today, that people who come Rasta after feel like reggae is part of Rasta thing. No, it's Rasta who take Rasta thing and put it in reggae. Reggae have nothing to do with Rasta. And the brethren, them who do that from early days, some of them was 12 tribe and some of them was Niyahbingi. The brethren, them who do that, who bring Rasta in reggae. And all of them who bring Rasta in reggae, all of them come with the Rasta music, the drum. All of them come with the Rasta beat, the drum. And then they water it down to wherever they create and where they sell it and where they buy it and where they lend it and wherever. That the youths who coming up now today now, coming and feeling that reggae is Rastaman music. And reggae is the ancient music. We come from God. There's misleading the people with that.
So what
Rastafari.
Yes, sir.
Rastafari. Bless?
Yeah, man, continue. Go through, please.
Rastafari is always, ask any elder, ask any forerunner elder. Rastafari is always drum song music, chanting, singing, and clapping. We never, current couldn't stop we. We music is from we. So current was not problem for we. We current was big log of 3 stone. Because we the fire angels. If current gone, like you can hear a guitar and a mic. No. Rastaman never used to deal with them look a full thing when they bring in and talking that Rasta music. Rastaman always original foundation Rastaman and woman, check them out. What Rastafari used to deal with is only drum chanting and singing chorus and hymn and clapping. That is Rastafari music. Reggae had nothing to do with Rastafari music. It's Rastafari people take Rastafari music and put it in reggae. And telling people now that is Rasta music. Well, I want to draw a point on that. If reggae is Rasta music, taken from the forerunners, elders, the great Nesta, Bob Marley, and Tush and Wailers, and all of them, because instead going to Jimmy Cliff them time was rockers. I talking the Rastaman time. That will reggae talk coming from 12 Tribe, Fred Lax, and all of these foundation, Ras Daniel, Pablo Moses, Augustus Pablo, name them, the Abyssinia and the Crippled Dead, you name them, right? These is the people, some was trodden as Niyahbingi, and some of them was trodden as 12 Tribe. It's them who bring Rasta music in reggae. And if reggae is Rasta music, I was listening to an interview 2 nights on my bed when Peter Tosh gave his best show next to South Africa. What is the place next to South Africa name again?
What? Mozambique?
Well, no, I go Zaya or something. I forget the name, but it's a simple name too. But,
The place and name.
When Peter Tosh, when Peter Tosh give his show down there, Peter Tosh's wife ended up by the gate. She said she walked out by the fence because Peter Tosh went for break. And she said when she reached by the fence, she seen all the South Africans and them outside. So she telling them, why you don't come in the show? Why you all? They said, no, the show is too expensive. This is our whole week's pay. They say we walk from very far. We walk from South Africa to come here, but they're charging too much. And she says she turned to Peter Tosh manager and tell him, and he tells she, well, he can't do nothing, but he asks the white man, and she asks him, and the white man says he ain't flying the gate. So she say now, she 3 months pregnant, Tosh on a break, and she running back to get Tosh to let him know, boy, it's people from South Africa who come to hear the word. They say they walk so far, they can't even pay to come in. There is a week's pay, the price to just enter here. Tosh had to let these people come in. Tosh's wife went and plead because when she see it hurt, she heart. And she was 3 months pregnant. And she gets Tosh before he go on back on stage and show him that. And Tosh tells she, just go down by the gate. When I come on, I go fix it. And when Tosh come on, he called for the gate to fly. She said they nearly killed she and all because when the people them started running so that she had to run behind the gate because of that trample she and all. She just saying how the people them want to come. So what my point to this is what I'm trying to tell you. If reggae was Rastaman music or the thing, Rastaman never used to sell the salvation. Salvation is free. Any man or woman without money, without price could come and praise God. If reggae is Rastaman music and people who shot from South Africa to go to the next state next to them and they can't even come and hear the word of God, what Rastaman music is that you really telling me that is? My Lord, salvation is free without money, without price, you know. You don't pay to praise God or to hear the word of God, you know, my Lord. So, unless, like what I tell you, the people them all is doing, stealing and robbing in the name of the Lord and playing the game in the same name, unless it's that.
So, what kind of music? All right, how you would have deem reggae music then? If not, it's not the Rastaman spiritual music. That is what I'm getting from the eye. Zane, how you would deem reggae music? Because a lot of people still say that reggae came out of Niyahbingi. You see me I say? How you that deem reggae music?
You see, to understand what we're talking about to deem reggae music, you have to know reggae music is the Rastaman and them who take part of the original Bingi music and collaborate it with conscious message, and they make something called reggae. Right? Before that, it's pop, soul, American thing, and all these idiot things where they used to give. We all know. Even in Jamaica, they full up it. And the closest thing was rockers. Right?
Yeah.
When the Rastaman and them who come now and understand the knowledge of Rastafari and the quality of Rastafari, when them come now with that now, them take that, bring the drum with that, bring Rastafari culture with that, and they blend it in with the music now and call it Rasta music. That's why they could have said where you say that reggae stem from Bingi. Reggae stem from no Bingi, brethren. What the people and them do, they take the word of God and they start to sell it. The people them take the word of God and start to sell it. That's why up to this day, if reggae was the Rastaman music, and these people going all over the world entertain for thousands of people, how come with the foundation place, the members who promoting that the foundation place where they reincarnate, not the home, you know, this place could never be an home, but they reincarnate in Jamaica. If reggae is Rastaman thing and the real thing, how come all of these gangs and killings still going on in Jamaica? If reggae is really the thing, is it touching the multitude? Is it touching the multitude that we could say, boy, when the Rastaman them start to come and sing this God message, this reggae, you know, we know the murder rate was 15, you know, this year, look, it gone down to 12, you know, 10 years ago it was 5, you know, look, right now it's only 100. You will see, because they're going all over, they just perform whole year, whole week, whole strong. Is it the Rastaman music? Well, tell me, what is the heed that you see that the people from Jamaica gaining from that? All I see, the Rastaman them start to sell the word of God and use the same poor people like we Siaga and Menley them do, and they get little wealth now and they chop up Jamaica like how when watch a Africa map and watch how Europe and England and America them chop it up. Well, that is all they do. They chop up Jamaica, and who run this and that, and who love there, and they chop up Jamaica and still using the poor people to build themselves and still using them up to this day, when at least the people them supposed to get something if it's God music out of it.
Bob Marley are the king of reggae, them say. Seeing, and I don't know if the people them are listen less because I one could, you know, just go play some conscious music then, you know, and probably crime would alleviate, you know, if you did that, you know, play more, I don't know, reggae music then, because Bob Marley, I one of the man who go around the world and said this music is Rasta music, and them crown him king for say that.
That the world though, not Rasta people, the world.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying on ever, they take the same reggae and they create in Africa. If reggae is Rastaman music, I want you answer me this. How when you go in a party, you see people dress up all slack and vulgar, drinking alcohol, smoking cigarette, whatever, man whining on woman. That's how Rasta thing is? That's Rasta thing? That's Rasta, so Rasta praises that's go? No, that's not Rasta thing. That has nothing to do with Rasta thing, my lord. That's Martin. Not Rasta thing, Martin. That is, my lord.
So, all right, because I mentioned Africa, and you know, we hear a lot of things come out of South Africa, particularly during the time of apartheid. And them have it for say that is reggae them used to listen when you know, when them a fight against this oppression, you know, when them did for go out there and take on who them for take on. Reggae was the music where them listen to, and it, me don't know, it motivate them for, you know what I mean, take on the enemy. Or you see that?
Well, my lord, that is natural, because if Satan uttering the truth is the truth. So if it's the right message they hear, it will motivate them, motivate the mind of people, and you automatically motivate the body of people. And then, who talk the truth, you know? The truth is the truth. So if the message they hear and have truth in it, yes, they will be motivated and they will move about it, but know that that truth is of God and not the artist who's singing it. Know that.
See, interesting point. Interesting point. Because if it's not the artist, then if it's not the artist that sing the song, my lord, you know, and is God truth there, I say, then that means some good must there in a reggae then for, you know, if a one could be motivated, you know, by us hearing, you know, some word sound.
That is why I now understand you, give you the understanding, not some word song. If you hear the right word song, it will touch you, my lord. The truth has touched anybody, my lord. And it's only the truth that set you free. So if you're hearing truth in the word song, it will touch you because the truth you're hearing. If Satan saying the truth, it go touch you because Satan talking the truth.
See it.
The life in Satan is the life of God, you know. Satan is the opposite of God, you know. He does take life, he can't get life. But the life in the same Satan is the life of God because God is impartial. So the truth, no matter who it's coming from, is the truth. What we're talking about is reggae. We're talking about what reggae leading the people to.
And
we don't want no reggae in Africa because it is misleading the people in Africa, and it's this way we work, and the biggest work is we want the right thing in Africa. Rastaman, liberty and music, Niyahbingi, or that drum song, the instrument of 10 strings, like your 10 fingers. They use your 10 fingers as a string, as an example, like a guitar string, but the instrument of 10 strings is your fingers. Music is man and woman, and music is out of man and woman. We don't want no reggae music in Africa because you have to pay to hear reggae, you have to pay to make record, you have to go in them party, pay to dress up, pay to go in, pay to drink alcohol, and none of them things is of Rasta. So we don't want no reggae in Africa, no how, no time, no day. That's the best thing all these reggae artists can do right now. Take reggae out to Africa and start to sing in the music and let them know reggae have nothing to do with Rastafari. It's just the conscious words of Rastafari we're using in it to elevate the masses and to touch the masses near and far where we might can reach them face to face.
So what about,
and let the people.
what about the other music them different from reggae now? Say alright, no reggae no going to Africa, or reggae stop going to Africa. What about the other music them that is in Africa and go in Africa?
Now, we have to understand prophecy. The sins of the earth has reached unto Zion.
Yeah.
If you understand prophecy, when we reach back home, it taken we 50th years before we have a golden jubilee. That 49 years is to clean back and purge back Africa and bring back Africa to the oneness of creation and the fullness of foundation of its original was. It don't go just so. It take time to be holy, and works just take time to fulfill. But you must start somewhere. 1,000-mile journey start with the first footstep. You have to start somewhere. So the first thing is formalizing the right thing to the people them, and then after you build from there. So you're giving the people them the right formula. Reggae only carry a crowd, my lord. Reggae don't, when people done party, they go home, they wake up. Some of them will go to the show and say for money to cook for the children the next day. Don't carry a crowd, brethren. It carry no salvation with it. It points nobody to nowhere, no liberty, no order, nothing.
A virgin asks a question. A virgin asks a question in the chat room. Zin Rashmaisha. Him say, how about Priest Bob and Shimran album? Ja Imani did an album with reggae on it. He even shot video in camp. That our priest, that our Rastmaisha say. But the question more of the I react to now, honorable priest, is this. Rastmaisha say Rastafari sing songs and man call it by name reggae. Did not David play an harp, or that no good again?
Tell them the harp was the drum, my lord. The harp is the drum. What David play.
Yes,
sir. 10. Yes, the harps is the drum, my lord. That always good. That is the thing.
Say it. All right. Let me ask a few more questions out of the chat room and thing, kind of. Yeah. Yes, honorable family. If they them could push the like button, would I give thanks to that? That is important. Zane, yeah, manners and respect. We hear reasoning with the honorable priest Kumi from out of Trinidad and Tobago. Zane, and yeah, we're reasoning on what is the Rastaman spiritual music? Is it Niyahbingi or reggae? Seeing? Yeah, and yeah, we're there an hour and a half and add now. And yeah, we give thanks to everyone that is here. If they them could push the like button, yeah, we would give thanks to that. Zane, yeah, we would give thanks to that. Africa is Pan-Africans, so we have to respect and tolerate the various culture and culture difference in music, etc. As long as the lyrics is saying right. From Black Star Movement Association. Yeah. Yes, honorable priest. So, some reggae artists good on listen there, or probably I go listen back this later. And them probably I go say, boy, John, the priest sound like him a fight with food there. It's like him no want to eat.
No, my lord. That ain't nothing to do with it. How long I tell you I living in Jamaica, Honorable Prophet Jeff?
Since 85.
How old were you them time, my lord?
Young youth, man.
Right. Well, you see, differently to the elders, you see the rest who now come, most of them was in the mother house, some wasn't going to school, and some now start to go to school. Right? And I live in Jamaica and see the suffering of poor people in Jamaica, and I cry out. Jamaica is my second beloved home in the Caribbean as a visiting place. And I cry out to see what black people going through in Jamaica. From since 85, you say, oh, that little child I'm meeting people in Jamaica tell me, my lord, I can't get a passport to travel because it's just food me have to look for. You know? And what I am seeing today, we give thanks for the poor people who is making something out of the music industry in Jamaica. I glorify all black brothers and sisters who making it. But that is not the point. The point is this. What is Rastafari? What is Rastafari music? And the difference between reggae, where people say in reggae is Rasta music. It have times that draw the line. You bring it straight and plain, reggae is not Rasta music. Reggae have Rasta culture and consciousness lyrics in it. Yes, that is truth. But it's not Rasta music. So
what is Rasta music? What is Rasta music?
Niyahbingi drum song, him chanting and chorus singing and clapping and man, woman and children singing. That is Rastafari
so
music.
You feel like the young youths them in Africa them want to hear right, you know?
Africa is a holy nation, brethren. And the people them in Africa love God. It's just the right direction for them to be guided in, my lord. And if the people them in Jamaica who is establishing themselves out of poverty through the music industry, that is blessed, because I know the suffering of Jamaica. And Jamaica is one of the strangest places in the Caribbean that we hear so much a conscious message out of it, and we still see black people in Jamaica killing themselves for white Mendley and white Siaga. We just want to know what kind of understanding these people hold in this. To cry to that level. So if the Rastaman and them who was preaching Mali, Tush and Bonnie Wailer group form in late 1961. That before I born, my lord. I born 63. I now going in 60 years, brethren. The first recording, my lord, was in the middle of 92. And from since them time, all kind of conscious Rastaman rise up and sing message. And the people them in Jamaica keep killing more and more and more and more and more. Tell me what difference it did make. Tell me.
You know, you said something very interesting, you know, earlier. Saying about Manley and Siaga. Now, I recall seeing Bob Marley holding up them two birds in their hand. Zane in our concert. You think that did shine a bad light pan Rasta?
That is not shining a bad light on Rasta. That is selling out Rasta. Marley supposed to come and fireball your Siaga and Manley no give Rastafari the government because they know what they're doing and there are poor people killing out one another.
You said that was selling out Rasta. That was selling out Rasta, you said?
Yeah. You bringing the oppressors together, you oppressing the poor people and killing them. So you strengthen them to kill poor people more than.
So you wanna see that as a peace gesture then when I must say watch out to the people them. A peace we are deal with, one love, no bother with no war, You see the two man them there. Kill off on one another, You wouldn't see it as something like that.
No, it's not like that. That's why I ask you from since them time to how it reached in Jamaica. Did it get better or worse? I want to hear that answer as a brethren who reincarnated. Did it get better or worse?
I get worse since then.
Thank you. Thank you. So that means something in right then. For it to get worse, that means something in working or something in right.
Serious thing. Serious thing. Interesting when I said that was that gesture there was a sellout thing still. Interesting.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
And I don't want nobody to be offended by it. The greatest prophet born out of the womb of a woman, John Marcus Messiah Garvey, reincarnated in Jamaica in a sentence. And the man who used to ride with Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, Bagawaya, sell him out for rice and peas. And Jamaica run with a prophecy since them time. They easy to get buy out and they sell out. And you want to know why? People that stop this thing and who in live them place and then no go. You want to know why? Because of poverty. So if these reggae artists who singing and saying Rasta, reggae is Rasta thing, all these millions from all these time, if all of them is the train of God and they're on the right pathway, why they can't unite and bring the poor people out of the poverty in Jamaica? To start as an example, to show the works.
For real. Yeah, food for thought. Food for thought.
Why today in Jamaica, right? If Rasta and reggae is Rasta music and conscious people music and God children music, if reggae is that, why then these reggae artists dressing like these Batty boys from America and won the same honors and award from the lesbian and Batty boys who run the record producing thing and reach on that same hype and level? Wait, something missing? Tell me if I'm missing a point, because to me something missing.
Interesting point. Interesting point. Yeah. Go on, Blaze, man. Me nah stop the eye from Blaze. Blaze the fire where you Blaze.
So when I say His Majesty,
yes, sir,
is only the truth that set you free. You could feel what you want, you could think what you want, you could do what you want, but it's only the truth that set you free. And in every situation that come upon you that is not normal, you always have three solutions. And the three solutions is either you accept the situation. If you do not want to accept the situation, the second solution, you have to change the situation. And if you cannot change the situation as the second solution, you have a third solution, you could leave it.
A virgin say you have to talk about Trinidad too. It's like you just a pick pan Jamaica.
No, well, if you ain't talk about daddy, It's the head we dealing with. Because I will tell you why we have to talk about Jamaica, because Jamaican does talk like if Rasta is a Jamaican thing. And if true reggae come out of Jamaica, like the real thing where it start from. And Rasta is from Africa. Rasta start nothing in Jamaica, in Trinidad or in the Caribbean. Nowhere out here Rasta start. Through the brethren from Jamaica that's get on like if reggae is Rasta thing and reggae starts in Jamaica. That's why this topic had to be where it is, my lord.
See it.
You understand me, His Majesty?
Yeah, I hear the eye, man. I hear the eye loud and clear.
So when you bring up a matter, you just do. When you look back in life, is you just get experience. When you look ahead and look around, you just see reality. And when you look in yourself in life, you just see yourself.
Rastafari. We have 15 more minutes, honorable priest. You know, me just give the eye, a mark for see where we're there, you know, make the eye see where we're there.
Yes, my lord. So to start saying with, I want my brothers and sisters from Jamaica to love them like cook food. Yeah, man. Black are black, and black against black. It could only bounce back. It can't walk. So we now fight with black brothers and sisters. People like me who know the poverty of Jamaica and what people go through in Jamaica, I give thanks to the brothers and sisters who make it, but they have to do the right thing.
See it.
If they ain't coming together for that to benefit the poor massive of Jamaica, the same people them that when they had a visa, they can't go nowhere, it's the same people them in Jamaica that support them. If they can't do that, well, they're in the wrong direction. No fight to nobody. Every Jamaican who get a break had to sing a bad mind tune. Why? Because that's the poverty level where they all come from. So as you're growing up, you feel somebody bad mind you as you're getting a break. We have to come out of them like a crab in barrel thing. Jamaica is the foundation of culture in the Caribbean. And they had to shine that example. No. When honors is due, you give honors. We don't take nobody honors. Honors is due.
So let's say,
but the right thing is the right thing, and the wrong thing is the wrong thing also.
True. Yeah, truth always gonna be the truth, you know. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. So, what you recommend for the people and for listen to? Because
my lord,
yeah, may I say what I would recommend, you know, for the people to listen, because we live in a space and time and now where music produced like every second, you know what I mean? Every day there's a new song. And you have genres now like even reggaeton. You know, where a bounce off a reggae or dancehall or whatever it is, you know. What you that recommend the people for listen to right now?
My lord, the same music is the food I love, right? But it soothes the heart and men pain and cry you down memory lane and all these things, you know. But we have to also know Christ was in the world and not of the world, my lord. When you're judging Rastafari, you're judging Rastafari with the kingdom of Zion, theocratic Zion government. You don't judge it with the world. It's either you're a lover of the world and an enemy of God, or either you're close to the church and far from the devil, you know?
My Lord.
So you have to know where you're for. It ain't no like, rather, and prefer. Is make your choice. You want good, you want right, or you want famous, you want money, make your choice. Watch on this dollar sign. Watch who face you see? Caesar. Well, here what he say, give Caesar what is due unto Caesar. And he say, see me? Give me what is due unto me. So if a man and woman of God, or a man and woman is Rastafari and understand what is Rastafari music, what music will he want to give the people, his children, his family, his loved ones, and those who he care for? Not what he defend?
Which is?
The right music, Niyahbingi music. Drums, clapping, singing, hymn, chorus, man, woman, chanting, singing, and children.
My Lord.
And bring back the world to righteousness than the wickedness which is plaguing the world. So you don't see all the stars, all the money, all the hype, all the fame, it ain't helping nothing. Let me use Jamaica as an example. Jamaica is a map, a little dot on the world map. The dot so small you have to use a microscope. Trinidad smaller than Jamaica. Trinidad is half of Jamaica. So if the people in the music industry use the music to elevate themselves and to elevate people out of poverty in Jamaica, it's well and good. But it has to come on a united front. Right now, it isn't on that. It is on an apartheid front in Jamaica. Everybody split up and chop up the poor people in Jamaica, all them reggae artists and them and take peace for themselves. And mad people thing going on.
Jano. You know, say, alright. I don't know if you know, but I still gotta ask you that question still. Cause I know there is an honorable priest and you know they are in the reggae thing and thing. But there's a band that came out of Antigua, Zane, by the name of Midnight Band. Formed by two brothers. Ron Benjamin and Van Benjamin. Now Van Benjamin was the lead singer of the band. Seeing, and I think they moved to St. Croix at some point and was even in the US at some point. Then now that virgin there, Van Benjamin, I don't know if you know of Van Benjamin, the Midnight and him
yeah man, I know you are talking about King.
What you make of Van?
What you ask me what I make of him?
Yeah.
That is my point, brethren. These brethren is young angels who come out in Rastafari, have a little understanding of the self in knowledge of Rastafari, and take it upon the self like if the reggae is the Rastafari music. So they push all the knowledge through that line. That's all they do. They did always mean good. But that is where them learn, and that the direction them desire was to go in. So what I am telling you is, all these Rastaman and even like Midnight and all of them, is Rasta knowledge and culture is what they're giving the people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But with a price, and for a price, you can't pay for salvation, my Lord. My Lord, salvation is free without money and without price, my Lord. Mm-hmm. You can't pay for life, my Lord. And salvation is life, my Lord. The reason God create man and woman is to clap, sing, and praise him, brethren. That is salvation. Thy life, thy health, strength to your bones and soul. That keep you rolling and going. You can't pay for that, my lord.
True.
I draw the example of the show with Peter Tosh next door, South Africa down there. And Peter Tosh's wife, 3 months pregnant, she barely started to crawl, and when she hearing poor South African walk so far to come and hear the man sing the road and the car get in. She barely crawl. 3 months pregnant. Understand my point, my lord. Understand my point good what I'm saying, you know.
Yeah, man, I hear what they say, man. I hear what they say. Always what they say. You look away. Yeah, you look away. So I saw the thing set up, you know. You see me? It come with a price, as I say, so. Yeah.
So that means it's not salvation.
It come with
That's
a price.
my point. That means it is not salvation.
And Niyahbingi a salvation music.
Thank you. So you get my point, Honorable Jai Jasta.
My lord, loud and clear. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. I hope the masses, you know, understand where the eye is coming from. You know what I mean? Yeah. I hope them get what the eye is saying. You know? Yeah. I hope for Bob Marley people out there, you know what I mean? And yeah, I hope for Bob Marley people out there. And yeah, them say them are Rasta still, so. Yeah. But we give thanks, honorable priest, you know, for they are taking the time, you know what I mean? We look forward for having the eye on the platform again, you know what I mean, so we can reason about other things, because, you know, there's so much other things, you know, to reason about, you know, even, you know, salvation itself, you know what I mean, and also the black Christ and who is the black Christ and so on. But you know we'll invite the eye another time, and you know when the eye is available, you know, we'll make it happen. So we give thanks to the eye taking the time today, my lord, you know, for deal with this topic and to shed some light and, you know, some insight and understanding and understanding about the difference between the Rastaman music. Zane, it's not reggae music, it's Niyahbingi. So give thanks, honorable priest, you know.
Do give thanks to having I man, my lord. The moments was precious. The man say reasoning is better than preaching. And as I say, we come on the table with an empty glass. Hope we leave it half or full.
Yes, yeah, man, I know the people they must full up. Yeah, guys.
So, man, want to send my love to the whole of Jamaica and don't get your honorable brethren, black, beautiful people of Jamaica mix up with the politics of the world, you know. I just blackness we defend, and we love the black brothers and sisters in Jamaica, and we feel it and cry and mourn for the separation of the poor people in Jamaica and all over the world, black people and other nation, because God impartial. We don't like poverty, we don't like wickedness unto no one, we self or no one. The man said, do unto thyself what you like, unto others also. And if you do not like it for yourself, do not like it, not even for your enemy. So, we love the people of Jamaica. We hope the people of Jamaica do not take this as no tackle onto Jamaica or about Jamaica, but Jamaica is the head, the big brother. So we gain all the honors, and just come and do it right. Love in the house.
Rastafari. Yes, honorable priest. Yeah, man. Give thanks, for the word sound, and yeah, give thanks, the encouragement and the hopefulness. Yeah, give thanks to the man wisdom and knowledge of what we are dealing with, and understanding also. Yes, priest. So more love, more strength, more powers and blessing, and more guidance and protection, four wings, my Lord.
My Lord, do give thanks. Heart of love, heart of love, heart of love, my Lord.
All of the love, honorable priest. Majesty.
Blessed Adab.
Yes, I. Yes, honorable family. Yeah, man, do give thanks. Yeah, for the patient listening and rapid attention. Yeah, give thanks, Give thanks to the honorable priest. Yeah, taking the time. Yes, I. Yeah, man, and give thanks to the item, who there with we. And give thanks to everyone who see it afterwards, listen it afterwards. Give thanks to the strength there them can reason with we in the comment section, and let we know your views and thoughts. Alright. Mindset family, manners and respect, peace and love. Zain, Holy Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Manners and respect.